Peleliu, November 1944. As a vast American force begins its invasion of the island, 23-year-old Sergeant Keiji Nagai retreats into the hills.
Nearly at the tunnels! We'll be safe there!
But it's all part of a plan to draw the Americans in. The Japanese have a secret weapon: the island itself. Remnants of the savage conflict for control of Peleliu still cover the island today. Former US Marine and historian Mark Waycaster is searching for evidence of how the Japanese transform Peleliu into a death trap.
Look here, we got a series of caves here. It looks like it's part of maybe some massive cave network. There appears to be another cave a little bit further up here. I can see a lot of equipment in front of it. This is definitely one I got to get into. Looks like I made the right call. This cave itself, it's not natural. It's been dug out. This isn't a single cave here. The Japanese have honeycombed this entire area. This allowed them to remain hidden as the American troops advanced up into the valley. It turned the American troops into nothing more than a shooting gallery. They were like sitting ducks. And that in turn turned Peleliu into a battle unprecedented in the Pacific War, one of intense bloodshed, one that almost broke the Americans.
The story of Japan's Death Island begins in May 1942 with the Japanese occupation of the Philippines, a country rich in oil, rubber, and metals, all vital to Japan's war machine. But by March 1944, these crucial resources come under threat. The Americans have swept through the Pacific, and the Philippines look to be their next key objective. But lying between the Philippines and the advancing US forces is the Palau island chain. At its southern tip, the tiny island of Peleliu. The Japanese know it's in the perfect position to be a thorn in the side of the American advance. And they intend to exploit this to the maximum. Peleliu, a mere speck on the map, is now of critical strategic importance to both sides. A battle for control of the island is inevitable, and the Japanese are determined to make the Americans pay in blood.
Japanese Prime Minister Hideki Tojo tells generals and admirals that they must make the battle as costly as possible for the Americans.
In April 1944, the Japanese rushed troops and supplies to the island.
Put that box over there.
Among them is 23-year-old Sergeant Keiji Nagai.
This island is so peaceful and green. It's hard to believe we are preparing for battle.
Commanding the defense of Peleliu is Colonel Kunio Nakagawa. At 46, he's a seasoned veteran and a highly regarded military leader.
Show me that. 6,500 disembarked. That's everyone.
Nakagawa's orders are clear. When the Americans launch an invasion, he is to make them pay heavily. But the Americans have already gained an advantage over Nakagawa. On March 30th, 1944, the Americans had launched a mass shock bombing raid on Peleliu. Their target, its vital airfield.